Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel and part 5 of the List Perfectly Proplan series. I'm Star. Welcome in, guys. Today we're going to be looking at how you're going to utilize List Perfectly to cross-post to other platforms. Items in your catalog on List Perfectly are going to end up there one of two ways. You're either going to have created the listing and List Perfectly organically, which is what I absolutely recommend. We talked about that in part 4 a little bit when I went over the catalog with you. There's a lot of benefits to starting your listing in List Perfectly. However, if you have moved your items to your catalog from eBay or Poshmark or Mercari from other platforms, they're still going to be there and you can still work with them and get them pushed out on other platforms. A lot of us didn't discover List Perfectly until we were already established resellers. So some of us had hundreds, if not thousands of listings already on one or more platforms. We're not going to go and delete them all and restart the listings in List Perfectly. That's just creating extra work for yourself. So I did show you guys how to move items into your catalog on List Perfectly if they're already on the other platforms. But once you start using List Perfectly, moving forward, I absolutely recommend you create your listings in List Perfectly. So whether you create them on LP or you've moved them here, they're always going to be in your catalog, which you can go to My Listings right here. That's what you're looking at already, and it'll take you to that page. The alternative is you can save drafts in List Perfectly the same way you can on eBay, except the difference is after 30 days, they don't disappear. A lot of people have that issue on eBay where drafts sometimes just disappear. The general rule is supposed to be they can sit for 30 days, and as long as you touch them or edit them in some way, they won't, but they still do disappear prior to 30 days. I had like 100 disappear once. It was really frustrating. The other thing with eBay drafts, I've noticed sometimes I'll save a listing to drafts, and when I go to make it live or edit it, it errors out. So if you sat there and created 10 brand new listings on eBay and saved them to drafts and then they error out, you now have to redo them. So I don't use drafts on eBay anymore. I create all my drafts in List Perfectly. Drafts are a good thing to have if you ever run into a day where you have something come up, you have appointments, you have stuff going on in your life, which we all do from time to time, where you just don't have the time to sit and photograph and list 10 or 20 items, whatever your daily goal is. And you can go into drafts and list from there. I've always had extra drafts saved for that purpose. I just don't do them on eBay anymore. I like to have 10 to 20. That way, if I have a day where I don't have time to list or something comes up, I can at least do 10 listings fresh, if not more. And then sometimes I'll push 5 on Saturday and 5 on Sunday live. And that way I'm still quote unquote listing on the weekend, even though I technically don't list on the weekends. So what I'd like to do is I list from my drafts each day and then I replace them. So rather than just listing fresh listings each day, I list new drafts and then first in, first out. That way they don't get stale. So you're going to have your catalog, and then if you're like me and you like to have drafts, you'll have your drafts. They look the same in the window on Chrome, whether you're in drafts or your active listings. So you can cross-post other platforms from either one the same exact way. The only thing is, if you push one of your drafts live, if you cross-post it, you're going to have to take it out of drafts manually. You have to go down here and uncheck that box, and then it'll just go straight to your catalog. And it will update itself as to where it's listed on the platforms here. So let's go ahead and cross-post a few to show you. So you can see in my catalog here, this genuine Panasonic remote is not listed anywhere else. This is something I copied over from eBay. So I would probably want to put that on eBay and Mercari. You can't really do electronics on Poshmark. So you just click your arrows here, just like you do when you move from eBay to List Perfectly or Crosspost from one platform to the next using List Perfectly. You click the platforms you want to list them on and you select copy. You'll see the tabs open along the top. You don't want to touch anything here. You just want to let it go. I'll usually do 10 to 20 at a time. Again, depending on your computer speed and your internet speed is how quickly the tabs are going to open for you. And some computers can handle things a little bit better than others, so you don't want to bog yours down. Try 5 at a time, see how that goes, add another 5. I can do quite a bit because I have a very powerful gaming laptop, but someone with just a notebook or an older desktop might bog their computer down if you try to do too much. So I always say start with 5, see how it goes, add another 5. When it starts to seem like it's taking an inordinate amount of time, then you've probably hit the limit for your machine. But anyway, you'll see the tabs pop up, and then you can go right on in and just double check everything. Most things are going to copy over. When you're on Pro Plan, the most amount of things will copy over as well. But you just want to make sure that everything copied over correctly and then fill in anything that doesn't copy from List Perfectly, which isn't very much. But like your store categories, you're responsible to do that yourself. It doesn't copy. It doesn't pick that for you. So I would have to do that. And I do like to have our description box at the top have the condition in it, as well as the description. So I just copy paste that there. My photos look good. It filled in all of this. It's a black remote. I don't fill in very many of the recommendeds on remotes, just mainly the model number, the requireds up here. And then I check and make sure this copied over right, the price, the reseller free returns, free shipping. And then once you've double checked everything and made sure it's good to go, you can hit list item. You can click that and make your item live. The other thing I did want to show you is sometimes things don't copy over for whatever reason. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. This little recopy button right here is there for that purpose. So if you notice that, hey, my description box didn't come over, you could just click that. It recopies everything to the listing for you and fills everything in. So if you ever notice something missing or stuff didn't copy over, just click that and it will do it. That's the reason List Perfectly has coded that in and added that there for you, just in case stuff doesn't copy. You don't have to close your tab and start over. So I'm just going to tell it to list. And while that's loading, I'm going to check my Macari one. Macari is kind of weird as far as categories. I usually just put other electronics, TV, and video other for remotes. It's filled in the brand. Good. Ship on your own. We like to use Pirate Ship. I'm going to change the price. I always turn the smart pricing off. And then I can say list. And it's live. Now, if I go back over here and refresh my catalog, you can see that that remote that I just listed is now on eBay and Macari. And if you check the listing, the item numbers will be there. And that will be important later when we go to end this if it sells. Macari's item number and eBay's item number are nice and filled in for you. So that is what happens when you cross post from the catalog. It will pop the tabs up for you. You'll fill everything in. It will update the platforms it's on here, and it will record the item numbers for you. So I like that better than cross posting from platform to platform, because then I have one place here where everything is, and I can access it and end it and make it marked sold and re-copy it or repost it. Say we had a return or somebody canceled an order. So when you go in your catalog, you can just kind of look for what's listed where, and you can use your search options I showed you yesterday. If I wanted stuff that wasn't on Poshmark, because I want to cross post to Poshmark, I'm going to do a search real quick. And I know I can't put electronics on Poshmark, so I'm going to skip down the remotes. And I could have marked sold up here to make that a little bit easier for myself too. So I can say I want stuff that's not sold. So I don't look at stuff that's already sold. I'm not going to post that on Poshmark, obviously. All right, so skip down the remotes. And there's a bunch of ties here that are only on eBay that I could push out to Poshmark. So I would just push that. I would push Poshmark and copy. And I can just double check it again. If you didn't know, this is exciting news. Poshmark has now made their titles 80 characters. So Mercari and Poshmark and eBay all have 80 characters in their titles. So you can use the same title on all three of those platforms, which has made life a little bit easier. Some of our older listings have a footer on it that we use in eBay that I don't want on Poshmark or Mercari, so I kind of double check that. I haven't been using it anymore in the main description box as I'm listing on Poshmark natively. But there is a way to do description footers and list perfectly that are specific to certain platforms. And we're going to cover that a couple videos from now. But anyway, I just double check everything. The categories never come over, so you got to do those. That is a Poshmark design. And your one size on ties. You can have your listings and list perfectly have the MSRP or the original price filled out to 0, but my older listings that I moved from eBay to list perfectly aren't going to have that. But moving forward on the newer listings, I have been filling in that 0, or if it's new, it tags the actual price so that it will copy over on Poshmark for me. I do put stuff up a little bit more on Poshmark than I do on eBay. So if I wanted $17 for this tie, I'm going to start it at $19 on Poshmark. That gives me room to do up to 30% off offers. And this will show you that it also copied the SKU line and everything. And again, with the tags, stuff that I moved from eBay to list perfectly in my catalog is not going to have these tags. It's not something that eBay does, but Mercari and Poshmark both allow you to put 3 tags in for your listings to help them be found in the searches. So any new listings that I'm starting on List Perfectly, there's a spot to put those tags, and I do that, and they do copy over. But we'll just put tie. Was this a silk tie? It was. And I'll put silk tie, and then I'll put Brooks Brothers. Probably not the best at tags, but I use them. And then I'll list it. We'll come back over here and we'll want to refresh it so I can show you that it did update. But because I have not Poshmark as part of my search criteria, I want to take that off and then do a search. That way it'll show it to me because it's now listed on Poshmark. So it wouldn't show up if I had the not Poshmark selected. And you can see right here under platforms, it has added Poshmark. And if we were to double check under the inventory and sales tab, Poshmark is checked here, and now the item number is clearly listed. And that is how you cross post from your List Perfectly catalog out to the other platforms. You simply click on the blue button with the arrows and you pick which platforms, and you can do this in bulk as well. You do the start selecting and you just start clicking down. This will move with you. So whenever you've selected however many you want to select, you click stop and it will move all of those for you to whichever platforms you choose. So you can do it one by one, you can do it in bulk, you can sort your catalog to see what platforms items are on so you know where you want to move them to. It's that easy. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to hit the like button before you leave, and please subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Help us feed a hungry hippo. You can join our Facebook group. It's called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. It's a really great group full of wonderful resellers from the community. You can search for it on Facebook or just use the link in the description box. And if you're ready to take that leap and try out Proplan on List Perfectly, you can use the link in the box down below and our code FlippinHippos, and you can get 30% off your first month. Whether you're brand new to List Perfectly or you're upgrading from another subscription, you can try it 30% off your first month. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.